Hello, everybody. I am A.R. Mar, and what I watched today is Book 1, Episode 10 of Avatar The Last Airbender, Jet. Today's episode started off fairly humorous with an argument about who's the leader of their little gang. Sokka's voice cracking, then him, of course, trying to deepen it to sound more important was a really fun moment in the argument. And then, they let him try leading. He leads them right into a Fire Nation camp, after admittedly some really fun banter from Aang and Katara. Then, just as they're about to be captured, the title character Jet appears with his band of merry men to help them out. Jet and his freedom fighters, they call themselves, they feel too good even at this point in the episode. And it's quite obvious at least for me, the idea they were trying to set up. They immediately go into Katara being completely smitten with Jet and really play that up. I don't like characters like him when they're played straight. A lot of TV shows completely fall apart because they have this character who, he's a completely smooth ladies' man who can do no wrong. I've seen plenty of characters do this kind of done right with this kind of aim, but in a less straight up way. Usually they're given some kind of flaw. They think they're smooth, but they're actually incredibly unlucky. Something like that. They kind of make them more of a comedic character than a total heartthrob, or they're more of a foil than the point of the episode. But admittedly, this leads into what is a fairly stock plot for a lot of shows. This character is nefarious, but nobody notices because they're too busy thinking about how amazing and awesome he is. And that can be really dangerous, as we see in this episode. I mean, Jet, early on, Sokka finds out just what Jet is like. He goes on a mission with him and Jet ends up assaulting an old man, stealing the guy's possessions and then leaving him in the road, later concocting a story about this man being a Fire Nation assassin sent after him. Katara and Aang eat this right up because they're still in full, oh my god, Jet is so great mode, but Sokka's standing there going, the guy did not have a knife. The entire time that Jet was, assaulting this old man, Sokka was standing there going, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. And I do really admire that about the character. And yeah, there is the point where you find out Jet's, not just that, but finally the episode gets to the point where they reveal, just how bad Jet is. They reveal his plan to blow up a dam and wipe out a town that admittedly is full of Fire Nation troops, but also innocent civilians, people who could be, severely hurt by this, who have nothing to do with the war. They're just innocent people in the way of the army and this guy's vendetta. And yeah, Katara and Aang, of course, are still completely unaware of this. They think they're helping him fill the reservoir to fight a forest fire, when really he's planning to blow the dam and use that reservoir to kill people. I mean, they do figure it out eventually, partly because they're so trusting of him that once they finish setting up the water, they go to see him, because they're like, oh, he said meet him back at the village, but obviously we've finished on time, we finished early, and he'll be happy to see us, because they're still in, oh, he's so lovely and we trust him mode. Admittedly, they almost immediately see the truth of him. They see the blasting jelly, they find out exactly what his plan was, and what ensues is actually a really well done fight scene with some really awesome bending. First from Aang with some really cool new air moves, and then from Katara when she very smoothly freezes Jet in place. And this feels like a good extension of her powers growing, because in previous episodes we have seen her freeze people, but it's always been a very reflexive and quick move, whereas this time it was a very calculated, she got him wet and then she paused and just sort of blew gently to freeze him over. And that felt kind of a bit more vindictive to me, because she's basically trying, it felt like she was trying to hold back her anger. Freezing him there was a bit nicer than what she had wanted to do and just smash him with her water. I mean, after all, she spent this entire episode completely smitten with the guy, and then it turns out he is a complete bastard. Like, I can sort of understand how she's feeling, even if this plot is so cliche that I saw it coming from a mile away. I mean, even though it's cliche, it's not completely bad. It was still a fun episode. And then, yeah, it's like we see the dam blow, and it really looks like this time they did something different, that the heroes weren't in time to stop everything as the water rushes down and destroys the village. They even give us this, like, haunting little moment of, like, seeing a little girl's doll floating in the river. And for a moment there, I was like, holy crap. This kids show just showed us the, like, murder of a village and like, at least one little girl. Probably a whole bunch of other kids, too. But then, Sokka shows up. Riding Appa and going, don't worry, I got everyone out in time. And I actually like this moment because when he explains, like, how he did it. How he went to the village and at first they didn't want to believe him, but the old man he helped earlier, the old man he didn't want to hurt, vouched for him, spoke up and got the village to trust Sokka enough to evacuate. You know, at least enough to, like, get to safety while they verify his story or something like that. And that ended up saving the village. And that really, to me, shows a good thing. Like, I do like stories where showing mercy, like the hero showing mercy to someone, later helps them. I always feel like it's a good thing to show that being merciful, being kind to others, can lead to better things down the road. Anyhow, that was my thoughts and everything for this episode. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.